We had to hike to get to set, and the crew had to bring lights, walk the lights there, and there weren't really any roads to drive on, so everyone was together, and it was cool.
The crew, I must say, were probably the greatest crew I've ever worked with. I love Canadians.
I'm really proud of everybody else, too. I really feel it for the boys.
Okay, listen, congratulations, by the way, because you guys just won the film's, the Golden Lion win at the Venice Film Festival. Did you know that?
Yes, yeah, I did know that, yeah. And we're all very excited and very proud.
What does that mean to you? I mean, I guess obviously it means your film is being well received, right?
Yeah, it also means, I think, it's sort of an award for everybody involved. Like, just feels like there could very easily with this film people be singled out, and they are, and Heath gives an amazing performance, and Aang's directed a beautiful film, and there are a lot of people who could very easily win awards themselves on their own, but it's nice that we've all kind of been awarded for our work together.
As a group,
yeah, it's really about the story, the story is, I think, the strongest part and the best thing in the whole movie, and that's what won, so.
I'm really proud of everybody else, too. I really feel it for the boys, for Heath and for Jake and for Aang, and it's sweet.
You mentioned the cinematography is gorgeous, and it was shot in Calgary, correct?
Yep.
So how was the Canadian experience for you there?
It's gorgeous there. I mean, I think it's pretty clear how amazing the landscape is there from the movie, and being there, it was in some of the places where we were shooting where it's just flat land forever, it was beautiful and so lonely, and then in the mountains is just the same thing in a different way. You kind of just end up merging with the land, and everyone there was just so kind and cool.
Well, the actual filming experience was rather lonely and tedious and somewhat torturous at times. The crew, I must say, were probably the greatest crew I've ever worked with. I love Canadians.
Oh, go on. Just kidding. I'm Canadian.
Well, yeah, I figured. But no, I think there's something, I don't know, something universal about, I guess, anyone who's trapped within the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
I'm Australian, so I'm also trapped under the Queen's thumb. And I think we all share a similar kind of sense of humor or something. I'm not sure, but I really got along well with the people on our crew.
The crew is really awesome. Everybody was working together, especially because we were shooting in places where you had to like climb up.
It was beautiful. It felt like a homecoming for me. I grew up not far away in Kalispell, so it felt familiar and it felt good and safe. I really enjoyed it.
What was the hardest thing about learning to be a cowboy for you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've ridden horses most of my professional life, and I grew up around ranch hands, farm hands, and people of that mentality. So I think for me it wasn't trying to capture the spirit of a ranch hand or a cowboy, as you.
It's the love story behind it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But for me, the challenge, I guess, was figuring out the battle of this complex character and what exactly he was battling within. And the conclusion I came up with is that he was obviously he was battling himself. He was battling his genetic structure.
Yeah.
Like what had been passed down to him from his father and his father's father, their traditions and their values and their fears. And so I wanted to physicalize this battle in his posture and in his voice, and so just kind of figuring that out was my challenge. And but it was I like a good challenge, and so it was it was really rewarding.
I mean, like, we had to hike to get to set, and the crew had to bring lights, walk the lights there, and there weren't really any roads to drive on, so everyone was together, and it was cool.
I'm getting the rap signal here, but Ennis says if you can't fix it, you have to stand it. Do you agree with that?
I don't really agree with a lot of what Ennis said through this film. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not sure if I agree with that. There was a lot I wanted to teach in it, so I have no restraint in love. I'm free to love. I'm in love with love, and I investigate love. Innes is very closed off and inward, and I so desperately wanted to teach him something, but the story and the words on the page completely restricted me from ever teaching him anything, and he's a very lonely figure.
I don't totally agree with that in my real life, but I think that these two, at the time that they're, you know, struggling with loving each other and the society they're living in, I think that, you know, they do. So I think it's a really beautiful, really sad line, but I'm into fixing and I'm into progressing, and you know, if you can't fix it, you do have to stand it for a while. But I think ultimately things should progress and change. You know, that's my philosophy.
It's a great story.
Thank you.
And I just have to tell you that if only dudes could age as wonderfully and beautifully as both you did in the movie, that'd be awesome. You know?